Okay, guess what day it is? Today is July 8th, 2024. My surgery is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Girl, let me tell you that today is just not the day. I think I only had a couple hours of sleep last night, maybe 1 hour of sleep last night. Something like that. I'm running on Starbucks. I have a lemonade, and then I also got a mocha cookie crumble because I need the coffee, really, not really this. But I already drank this, started drinking on it, and I feel like if I don't drink this all, and I drink that, this is gonna get nasty and watered down, which that's probably already getting nasty. I get this. This is the strawberry acai, I think it's called. And then I get the mocha cookie crumble, light on the coffee, 8 pumps of chocolate syrup, which they call it mocha syrup or something like that, but whatever. I like it. It's really chocolatey almost. You could taste the coffee a bit if you tell them light on the coffee. I'm just not a fan of their coffee. I think it's so strong and it's gross. So I decided to treat myself because I'm tired and probably should go in there and actually go to sleep. But I had a lot to do today and I'm still like in the car and I don't want to get out. I also got a cup from them. I wasn't going to get a cup, but I have a obsession with butterflies, so I had to get it. But it's really, really pretty. $26 for this cup, which I thought that was okay. It wasn't, I mean, it was kind of expensive, but not really. It's actually not that bad to me. To me, anyways. It's so pretty. I usually don't buy these because I don't use them. I usually set them on my shelf because I don't have a straw cleaner. So for me, the straw always ends up gross inside, and so that's the reason why I never use them. I always just display them, but I guess I could use it for water or something. But yeah, I thought it was super cute. Oh, that was $26 after tax, because it says before tax it was $24.95, and then Canada it would have been $35.95 in Canada. Wow, that's a lot. I don't know. I've never lived in Canada. Never seen. Well, actually, I lied. The other day I found a Canadian coin in my husband's coins over here, and I kind of snatched it. I mean, not like he's gonna need it. He's not going to Canada anytime soon. But that was the only Canadian currency I've ever seen. Actually, I think that's not true either. I think my husband's brother has Canadian currency, because he was in Canada for a while and he came over here. But I've never actually seen the Canadian currency, the bills, in real life. I've seen them on the internet, but never in real life. You know what I really want? I know my video is getting way off topic, because I know the topic is my surgery tomorrow, but I kind of want to just touch base on this for a minute. You know what I really want? I want a UK bill. I literally want a UK bill. I don't care if it's a 10. I don't care if it's a large bill, if it's a small bill. I want a United Kingdom bill. I really want one so bad, just for a collector thing. Not to use it or nothing, just for collectors. Just to collect it. I want that so bad. I don't know why. I feel like me and the rest of the world and everybody, I don't know, just, I feel like I'm a little obsessed with the UK, and I don't know why. I'm just very, very obsessed with England, and I don't know. I feel like their country is so much different than ours, but then at the same time, I've noticed their people want to come over here, which I don't even understand why, because, well, they probably feel the same thing about us, because we want to go over there, and then they're probably like, oh, I don't know why they want to come here. It rains all the time, or whatever they think. And then we think, well, I don't know why they would want to come over here. This place sucks. I don't know. I just think our country sucks because it's just too expensive to live here. Way too expensive. And that's the only reason. Other than that, I love living here. I hate how expensive things have gotten. Yeah, I got way off topic. Is it just me, or does this strawberry acai kind of taste like their coffee? Every time I drink it, I get coffee, a hint of coffee. And I don't know why. Maybe they blend it in the same blender, or they mix it in a container that had coffee in it or something. I don't know. But to me, it always tastes like coffee. There's something rotten going on with my throat right now. And that's not cool. Not cool at all. It could have been, you know what? Maybe it's just acid reflux. I did have two of those breakfast, what are they called? Breakfast biscuit, sausage and biscuit from Hardee's. And their sausage is a little spicy. It's not spicy, but it's got a little kick to it. And so it's probably the freaking sausage that's making my throat do that. Because it wasn't doing that this morning. I don't know what's going on, but I'm over it already. The least amount I'm going to talk tomorrow is best possible, because I don't want them to notice. I know that's kind of selfish of me, but I'm not sick. I mean, it's midsummer. It's almost 90 degrees here. Anyways, I got way off topic. Yep, surgery's tomorrow. Can you believe it's already been 3 weeks? I was so upset 3 weeks ago. Do you not remember that? 3 weeks ago, I was so upset that it was so far away. Like, I didn't understand why they made it so far away. Actually, yeah, it's been 3 weeks, I think. I can't look at my calendar because it's in my phone. I don't have my watch on me. I think it's been about 3 weeks from I started my video vlogging either on the 11th or after the 11th of June. And nope, it's been about a month. Yeah, this week would have been a month. Is my phone seriously dying? No. I was about to get a little upset. It's at 33%. So yeah, it's been a month since my last appointment. Yeah, so back then, can you remember, I was really peed off because the appointment was so far away and I didn't understand why she did that. Well, I think the reason why she did that is because, looking back, I understand now, but I didn't want it to be this far away because I knew that eventually I was gonna change my mind and cancel the appointment. I just knew how I was. I did it back in what was it, January, February, when I had my first appointment. So I was a little worried that I was gonna end up canceling it, but after, you know, after I got to sitting there thinking about it, about the Valium and then the nitrous oxide, I kept thinking, you know, actually, I don't even know why I'm freaking out, you know, because I'm gonna be calm and I'm probably not gonna sleep the night before, which is I'm gonna be sleepy for the surgery, so I didn't understand why I was so freaked out about it. And even now, I don't understand why I got so freaked out about it. Because, I mean, it's not even that big of a deal. I'm probably going to be asleep, to be honest with you. Through the whole thing. Because I had one singular, this is how I know this. Because I had one singular tooth removed over here. Right here. And then I had that one removed that same day. So it would have been 2 teeth. And he put nitric oxide on me, and that night before I had so much anxiety because I hate the dentist. And I went in there tired as hell, appointment in the morning, going to the oral surgeon stuck that on my nose. It was the lights out for Kimberly. Yes, it was. I was so tired, and then that relaxed me so much that I just went to sleep and slept it away. And then at one point I had woken up and he was like, oh, you want me to remove that one too? And I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Well, I didn't say that. You know, I don't remember my exact words, but I remember telling him, yeah, let's not lie, or let's not tell something that wasn't really true. I remember telling him, yeah, and then I went to sleep again, and I dozed off again, and then I remember waking up with a warm blanket over me, and that's the rest is history. Yeah, so I know I'm gonna be sleepy in the morning. I'm tired right now. I'm so tired. Ugh. I could literally go in there and sleep for days. I need to stop drinking this lemonade and drink some of this other one, because it's probably better I drink the other one, because at least the lemonade don't got no dairy in it. I had to go in there and get my straw because I distracted the guy with the other cup, so he did not give me a straw, which that's my fault, not his. 20. Oh, and then he gave me the little thing to pay for that, and it asked for a tip because I was buying a cup, and I was like, nay, we are not tipping for a cup. No, I was not. I was already paying almost $30 for a cup. Nay, we did not tip. Yeah, this should have been drank from the get-go. No, absolutely not. Ugh, that first drink was not. That was not it. Wow. Ugh. I can't. I just can't. Once I get one bad taste, the whole drink just tastes bad to me. You know, and one thing I've noticed happening to me lately is my mouth has been like super dry. It doesn't matter how much I drank, my tongue has been super dry. And it's like rough filling. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's not the same as it was before. I don't know what is going on with me. I don't know if I'm dehydrated. I just don't know. All I know is, wow. Hopefully after I have this procedure done, everything will go back to normal, because what is going on with my tongue and my mouth? First my throat, then I'm coughing for no reason at all. Like, why was I coughing like that a few weeks ago? My tongue's going dry. I've got, yeah, the thing with my throat again. Like, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I'm not going to the doctor because then I'm gonna have to push off my procedure tomorrow. That's not happening. That is not, I've been waiting way too long for that to happen. Look, If I cancel that appointment tomorrow, it will never happen. Never. Not even in the future. It's better I get it done and over with now and be done with it. I don't care if my throat feels like sandpaper. I'm going to that dentist appointment, getting that procedure done. That is not happening. It doesn't feel like sandpaper right now. I'm just saying, you know, theory, I can't even talk right now. Realistically, if I was to actually go in there, if I was to actually go to the doctor and be like, what's going on? Why is my tongue dried out? Why, or not why is it dried out? Why is it drying out? Why is this happening to me? Why does it feel like I'm not producing? I'm producing saliva, but why does it feel like my tongue's drying out? Why does it feel rough? Why is my throat doing this? And blah, 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 whatever's going on with me. And they say, oh, well, this is the case, but you have to cancel your appointment. Then I'm going to have to cancel my appointment, and that appointment will never happen. I know how I am, and I just rather not cancel and then later go to the doctor and be like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Or if it stops happening after I get my teeth removed, I know it's probably because I have an infection in my mouth, which I'm probably wondering if that's not what it is, if it's not associated with infection, because I do have some bad teeth in my mouth that are severely, they're just so bad that they need to be removed. Honestly, they need to go. I mean, these ones down here, they're all on the top right there, they're all sensitive, they're all opened up. You can see down into, not see down into my tooth, but the top where your enamel used to be, where your enamel is, mine's gone right there. And so they're super sensitive, and if I have too much of something, if I was to go in there and eat a spoonful of sugar, I would be in pain. Okay, and then my gum down here is pulling away from my tube. So literally, you can see it right there, and right there you see the tooth, that little white part, that's my tooth, and then there's my gum, part of my gum, and then my tooth again. So my gum literally split, and it's exposing the bottom part of the tooth, and that's happening to all of my bottom teeth. On this side, all my molars on that side are just decaying away. Now all my molars on that side are decaying away. Sorry, I got distracted. There's this person that pulled into this trailer directly in front of us, and I don't know what he's doing. He went to another trailer down here. Now he's parked in front of this other trailer, and I've never seen this car in here before. I definitely should have drank this first. So, you know, I can't afford to not have this done. I'm just chalking it up as, you know, it's the infection in my teeth, and maybe I have still like quite a few antibiotics left, so I'm gonna take 2 more of those today. 3, I think there's 3 times a day, so I'll take 2 of those today. 3 maybe, something like that today. I feel like a couple weeks ago, you know, if I'd have been telling myself 3 weeks ago, you know, I was this calm today, I was gonna be this calm today, I would have been like, you're crazy, I will never be calm on that day. It's the day before my surgery, I'll be freaking out. No, day before my surgery, I'm calm, not freaking out. Worried about what my dentures are gonna look like? Yeah, definitely. It's been the same worry can't even talk. It's been the same worry I've had for weeks now. What are these things gonna look like? But I did give it some thought, and I think when I go down and get my permanents, I'm gonna go to Affordable Dentures to get my affordable. I'm gonna go to Affordable Dentures to get my permanent dentures, just because they are more affordable for dentures. And I've seen a lot of people on TikTok with affordable dentures, dentures from Affordable Dentures, and they didn't look that bad. They look more realistic. The only thing I ever heard anybody complain about is the what do you call this? The midline, I think they call it. I think it's the midline. They complained that the midline was off. But, I mean, I talked to somebody else on TikTok just the other day, and she was saying that if you feel like your midline's off, you can ask them to fix it, and they can fix it, the midline. So, and then I also seen that you can choose the shape of your teeth, and you can give it more character pretty much. So, I mean, hey, if it makes my teeth look more realistic, I'm down for it. And who knows, I may love my immediates. I feel like long-term wise later on, maybe next year sometime, I think that I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna do the dentures from Affordable Dentures, because I don't have to have the extractions or nothing like that. And I was checking the pricing online, and minus the extractions, because the price, the ultimate package or whatever, it's not that expensive if you take away the extractions, because I already have all my extractions and stuff done. So if you take away that, next year I'll probably spend $1,000, if not a little more, just to get the permanents. But I think it's worth it. So that's where I'm at on that. I'll never go to what is that, Aspen Dental? I'll never go through there. No. I've seen so many people complain about them. No. My sister went to a dental place, and it was like one of those affordable places. It wasn't called Affordable Dentures. It was called something else, but it was like, it was pretty much a denture place that you can go to get dentures for cheap up there in Indianapolis. That place closed down. But before they closed down, my sister went there, and she got dentures from them. They gave my sister dentures that were too small for her face. And she paid out of pocket for those things. Oh, I would have been pissed. Oh, I would have been so mad. Oh my gosh, I almost said too much just now. I almost went way too far with it. I would have been so mad. I mean, my sister's face. Nay. Never could be me, because I would be in there freaking the hell out, and they would be giving me my money back. No way. They fucked up my sister's dentures so bad. They do not look like they're really small in her mouth, and she's got this resting frown. She don't have a resting face, a normal resting face. She's got this resting frown. And she hates it. She literally hates it. And she thought that she was approved for Medicaid to get a full set of dentures. and it turned out she wasn't approved. She thought she got approved, but she wasn't. She needs to reapply because her husband's not working right now. He's out of work for the summer. He works in the school. He's a janitor or something like that, and so he's out of work for the summer. So she needs to reapply while he's out of work. You know, if it was me, I would be going in there and finding out why she doesn't. I understand she doesn't qualify for food stamps or whatever, but she should qualify for Medicaid. Yeah, that's my thoughts. That is why, I mean, my sister's dentures really don't bother me. I never fear that my dentures are gonna look like my sister's. I don't fear that at all. I don't have worries about my dentures looking like my sister's. Hers don't look that bad at all. I have a friend that has dentures, and I have no idea what's going on with her dentures, why they look like that, because I've seen her in real life before she had dentures, and she does not smile like that. I have no idea what happened with her dentures, but they are so big in her mouth, and I do not want mine looking like that. They're like so big, and when she smiles, you can see the entire gum part. It's like they put too much of the top part. It almost looks like to me in the pictures, like here's the teeth right here, and there's that much gum. Literally, it's like that to me. That's the way it looks. Like, that's too big of a teeth, but you know, you'll get what I'm saying. Like, there's the teeth are here, and then it almost looks like there's that much gum, and I'm like, why is there so much gum? Like, I've seen this girl smile in real life when she had real teeth, and she never smiles to the point where you can see all of her gum way up here. It's like those teeth go way down here. Like, way here. Yeah, that's literally what they look like. They literally look like they go way down here. And when she smiles like this is a normal smile, but when she smiles like that, it shows the entire gum. And it's like, I don't want mine to look like that. Okay, and then the other thing is, you know, I got A1, but the little tooth that was on their little, you know, they got that little long grid thing, and it's got all the little different teeth on it, and then you choose your shade, but then you have A1, and then after the A1 were the two white ones. I'm not really too sure what those numbers were. I think they were like B2 or B1, something like that. When I looked at that A1 tooth, the part that, well, let me see, this heart right here, that part was yellow. The part closest to your gum was yellow, and then the rest of it was white. And I was like, why would she show me teeth? Like, I was thinking that in my head. I was thinking, why would you show me teeth that are yellow? Why would you think I would want that? Why would you think I would want my dentures like that? And she was that's when she told me that was the widest shade you can go besides going veneer colors. And, you know, I get that. You don't want them to look fake. Absolutely not. You don't want people to look at your mouth and be like, damn, she's got fake teeth. But at the same time, you definitely don't want to walk around with yellow teeth. So I had to literally Google what A1 shade looked like, and I still wasn't satisfied with what I was seeing. So then I went on TikTok and Google, or typed in the search bar, A1 dentures, and it came up this chick, and she literally shows you a comparison of what her A2 teeth look like to her A1 teeth, and her A1 teeth were so freaking white. And I was showing my husband that video, and he was like, damn babe, like, everybody's gonna notice you have dentures. And I looked at him and I said, I don't give a fuck. I was like, they're already gonna notice anyways, because they're gonna notice my teeth are different. Who gives a fuck? Like, look, I'm married. I do not have to worry about what Joe Bob thinks that I have in my mouth. Why does Joe Bob have to care what I'm doing with my body and my mouth? It's none of his damn business. You know, so that's what I told him, though. I told him I don't really care. You know, this car pulled up to this house and never got out of the vehicle. It's still sitting there. Very, very interesting. But, yeah, I don't care what anybody thinks that I have dentures. What I care about is, am I gonna smile and you're gonna see a whole like chunk of gum, or what are these gonna look like? Are they gonna have character? Are you gonna see, are they gonna be squared like the normal immediates? Hey, my normal mailman's back. Just, I have so many questions about these dentures. I want to know what they look like. What? Oh my gosh, I just choked on what I just put in my mouth. And my own air. What are they gonna look like? What color do they look like? Do they have that yellow hue to it that I saw on that little sample? Are they too big? Are they too gummy? Are they too sharp? You know, every question in the book, like, oh, a lot of people I've seen complain that you know, the little, what is that little piece of skin you have up here? A lot of people complain that little skin gets snagged on the top denture, and I'm like, okay, is my denture gonna get snagged up there? Is it not gonna be long enough for my little lip thing up there? Are the bottoms gonna stay in? What do the bottoms look like? Are they gonna be too big? Am I gonna get sores? Am I gonna get bone spurs? Is the alveoloplasty gonna take away the bone spurs? I got questions. Is it too late to ask? I think it's too late to ask. I got so many questions right now. So many questions. I don't even think my appointment's gonna get started till 10 because I've got so many questions right now. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to answer these questions. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to ask these questions tomorrow because I'm gonna be running on no sleep, on Valium, and that's just not a good combination. I've got so many questions right now. Anybody got any answers for me? I've got questions. I wish we would have been able to see a sample of what the dentures look like. Because the reason I say that is because when I questioned my insurance, if they were going to reimburse me for that $467 I was charged, they said they felt like I was being scammed. But the dentist's office told me that the reason why they charged me that is because my insurance will not pay their lab fees. And it's because the lab that they use is not, my insurance won't pay for that lab because it's not a Medicaid approved lab or something, I don't know. Something like that. And my dentist's office uses that lab because they like the way they do their dentures better. So now I'm sitting here thinking, excuse me, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, if you're a Medicaid approved, if you're not a Medicaid approved lab and you use this lab because you like the way the dentures look, how do the dentures look? Are they characterized? Are they cute? Why do I care if they're cute? I don't know. I don't understand it, but I just have so many questions. I guess it's because, you know, I've lived with this my whole life. I've had fucked up teeth, and I'm gonna have perfect teeth now, and, well, in my mind, I think they're gonna be perfect. I hope they're gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna have a different, let's say, we're just gonna say I'm gonna have a different set of teeth, and it's like, what are these things gonna look like? Are these gonna be perfect? Are they gonna be characterized? Are they gonna be like my husband's? Because his teeth are, no, those are not it. No. And not to mention the fact that his teeth definitely glow in the dark. We went to my aunt's reception, and my husband's teeth were glowing in the dark. No. We will not be doing glow-in-the-dark teeth. Although, my son, it was so funny because Friday we were staying busy, and I was just so busy last week that I didn't have time to record, which I probably should have, because I had so much to think. I had so much on my mind last week that I should have vlogged all that, but I didn't. But here we are now. But I was joking around with my husband. My son is so pale. It's not even funny. He literally is white as a ghost. Like, quite literally. Like, albino white. And so I was joking around with my husband, and I looked at him, and we were at a party, with my husband's dad's boss. And, remember a couple of videos back, I said that this person was trying to take my husband from a job that he had been working at for 11 years. Well, I was wrong about the amount of years. It's actually been 13 years this year. But anyways, he's been there for a long time. He's been 13, 14 years, something like that. But that guy is trying to take my husband from his current boss. And we went to his party. And I told my husband, I said, do you want to see something that glows in the dark? And he was like, yeah, what? And I said, look at Xavier, which is my son. And he looked over at the pool. My son stands he was like, really, it was funny because it was like right when I told him that. But we were like way away, so there was no way my son could have heard me say that. But he, like, it was just in that, it was just crazy how in that moment when I told him to look over, my son just so happens to stand up. And my son is so white that it was dark over there and you could see him. You could probably see him a mile away in that pool. And my husband just starts dying laughing. And then he tells we go back to his brother's house, and then he tells his dad, you know, what I had said. And his dad just starts cracking up laughing. And really, I wasn't, you know, I was just making a joke. But I've even made jokes with my son before, but he likes to crack some ruder ones to me. But it was funny. Like, I don't even know what's going on with him. He is so white. Probably because all he does is sit in that room on that Xbox or that Oculus, and he don't get no sun. That's probably what it is. The kid will not leave that room. Like, when I was his age, I was outside playing, hanging out with my friends. I didn't want to be in the house. I don't want to be hanging out with my mom. I didn't want to be nowhere near my mom. My son, he'd rather be back there in his room or chilling and talking to me. I'm like, dude, you need to make some friends and go outside and play and go find something to do. Anyways, we got way off topic. Yep, this is the very last day with these puppies. No more of these puppies after today. They're going to be completely gone. You're not going to see them again. You're going to see a whole different dog. I will vlog for you guys in the morning tomorrow. after, either before I take my Valium, or maybe I'll vlog before I take it. Did I just say that? I'll take it. I'm getting myself all flustered. I'll start my video before I take my Valium. I'll start the video, I'll take my Valium on camera, and then we'll talk for a bit while I'm getting ready, and then I'll film after I get home, because my husband's gonna be in there with me, and he definitely doesn't, he'll be in there with me, but he definitely doesn't want to film nothing, and he's camera shy, yeah, he don't want to see any of it. He got traumatized going to the dentist, so he don't want to see any of it. I managed to talk him into going back, and I think the only reason I managed to talk him into going back is because he realized that you can do things to cope with your going to the dentist. He realized that after me doing this, he realized that there's other ways to cope with going to the dentist, so he knows now. There is a spider on my mirror. Not anymore, there's not. I don't know why there's so many spiders over here, but we do not do spiders. He just went down to the ground. But anyways, wow. The bird literally crapped on the passenger side window. Ew. So he's literally traumatized by the dentist, and he's learned from me going through this now that they do things for you to keep you calm and to help you manage going to the dentist, i.e. the Valium or Clozapine or whatever your dentist, your local dentist office gives. Mine gives Valium. So he's learned that they do things like Valium and what is that called? Oh, laughing gas. So now he does want to go back and get his bottom teeth removed, and he does want to do the Valium and the laughing gas, which I already told him he's probably gonna have to pay out of pocket, but he realized it's not that expensive because I just paid $187, and he thought it was gonna be like $400 or $500. But he doesn't want to go back to that dentist. He wants to go to affordable dentures, because the dentures that he has was his immediates. And but I told him that, you know, I don't know how that's gonna work, because what he should have done is have them take all his teeth at once. What he did was let him take some of his teeth and leave some of them in there. So now he needs a full set of dentures for the top and the bottom. And the bottoms are going to be different than the top. And the bottoms, I don't even know how to get here. I don't know how he got here, but he messed up in a bad way. Because, you know, now he has to have his bottoms taken out, and they're probably, I don't even know how that's, yeah. So they're probably gonna have to give him immediates for the bottom, because he has immediates on the top, and he's got to pay for those immediates for the bottom, and then later he's got to come back and pay again for his permanents for his top and bottoms, because what in the world? That hair was just all bunched up in there. It was annoying me. So it's gonna be a nasty mess for him. I don't even know why he did that. Like, he should have just had them pull them all at once. You don't pull some now and then come back later and have the rest pulled. That's not how that works. He says the dentist did that, but I don't believe him. The dentist would not have done that. The dentist would not have pulled some and then told him to come back later for the others. They would have just pulled them all at once like they're doing me. I think he was done with it after they started pulling all the top and it was hurting. I think he was done with it and he was like, not anymore. Can we just stop and do the rest later? No, Eddie, that is not the way you do it. Not me. Nope, tomorrow they're pulling every single one of these 17 teeth. I'm gonna try to, if I can see my dentures in there and they leave for a minute, I'm gonna try to snap a picture of them. I was cracking up yesterday because I was on TikTok binge watching Sammy again. And I like going back and watching her videos from after she got her extractions and her immediate dentures to now. And she was saying in one of her videos, she went in there to do her extractions and they were putting her dentures in, and she was like, because people keep talking crap to her about her teeth, saying they're too big for her face. She was like, I know they're too big for my face. I got a small face. But she said these are the standard immediate dentures that you get. And she was like, which I have a small face as well. You probably can't tell on camera, but in person you could tell. I have a small face. I have a small slender face now. I do have a bit of a double chin from probably this. And you can see it when I bend down. But if I look straight up at you, you couldn't. It's really going away. It's there, but it's hardly there. Anyways, that's not even the point. So, but I have a small mouth because the impression thing she put in there, she had to use a small because my mouth is small. So anyway, she was saying I have a small face and a small mouth. She was like, so that was the standard size immediate dentures. And she was like, but you want to see some big dentures? You guys keep saying my dentures are too big for my face. You want to see some big dentures? And she shows this photo. I don't have the photo, but I'm just showing you how she did it. She pointed at this photo and she's like, look at these. And there were some dentures that were entirely way too big for her mouth. Holy smokes. Those were so big. And she's like, they're looking at him and she's like, well, how do they look? And they're like, hold on, we got to get the dentist. And she's like, okay. The dentist comes in, they take it away, they file it down, come back, and she's like, how do they look? And they're like, hold on a minute. And she said after 30 minutes of them trying to shave those dentures down to try to fit them in her mouth, they come back and said that those weren't even her dentures. They were another patient's dentures. Yeah. And they come back and said that those were another patient's dentures, and then they had given her those ones that she has now. She's like, so maybe those dentures that she has now aren't her dentures. And I just kind of laughed, because I mean, wow. My thinking is, these people couldn't even get it straight. Like, they literally put another patient's teeth in her mouth. So, how credible do you think that they are after they done put another patient's teeth in your mouth? First of all. Second of all, what about that patient that patient's teeth, the one you took their dentures and put them in her mouth, you know, now that patient has to wait extra longer because now you have to send over to the lab, or, you know, if they have a lab in their office, now they have to make a whole nother set for that patient because they done stuck that patient's teeth in her mouth and shaved them down to the point they're probably not even gonna fit that original patient. And, you know, they just made a whole mess out of a situation. Whole freaking mess. And then I started thinking, man, I hope that don't happen to me, because they've had my dentures for 2 weeks now. And I hope they don't mix my dentures up with somebody else. We don't go to the same dentist. She lives in a whole nother state. But I'm just thinking, you know, that's what I was thinking in my head. I was thinking, man, I hope they don't do that to me. I hope they don't mix my dentures up with somebody else's dentures and give me somebody else's dentures and gave mine to somebody else. This is so good. I'm reaping the luxury of eating all this because tomorrow I'm not going to be able to. You know, the one thing I noticed that everybody keeps saying is that they took out their dentures after they were supposed to, and that they couldn't get them back in. Or they said they took them out after the 2 or 3 days or whatever it is you're supposed to keep them in, and they didn't want to put them back in because it hurt too much. I know it hurts and it's gonna suck for a while, but you have to put them back in. Watch. I'm gonna film every day after I get these dentures, and you guys are gonna see I am gonna be on top of this. I'm gonna show you guys from tomorrow all the way up until whenever you guys want me to stop making videos of my process with these dentures. I'm gonna take care of them. I'm gonna clean them, not overnight. I ain't taking those out at night. No way, my husband, no, absolutely not. But I will take them out in the morning, clean them with 3-minute cleaner, and clean my gums, clean my teeth, just full on take care of these things. And you guys are gonna see that even though I'm gonna have exposure to all the teeth that I have here and up here, even though that's gonna be all like raw dogging it, I'm still gonna put those dentures on top of there because I know that I have to keep wearing them to get used to them. That's what Sammy says. You have to keep, she had to keep wearing them to get used to them. She went from taking her 20 minutes to get them in to 7 minutes to 2 minutes. And I am gonna be that person too. I don't care if it takes me 30 minutes getting them back in. I'm getting them back in there. I don't care what it takes, I'm getting them back in there. You guys are gonna see, I'm gonna make this a whole series, and I'm gonna be proud of myself for doing this. Later on, I'm gonna be thinking to myself, watching these videos, and I'm gonna be thinking, man, I was really freaking out for no reason at all. I just can't believe I'm not freaking out about the extractions and the alveoloplasty like I was in the beginning. I was so freaked out about that in the beginning, And I was so pissed off about my appointment being so far away. But you know, after everything that had happened last week, I'm glad they made it this week, because last week I was way too busy to be having that done last week. This week I'm kind of busy too, but we can work with that. We can work with that. This week I've got to go to, well, it's actually good for me because he planned a camping trip this weekend, but we're only camping one night, which is okay for me. I really hope they don't get us kicked out of the camping ground though. You have to really see my expression when I made that, because you can't see it because of my glasses. Yeah. These, I don't know how to explain it to you. My husband and his friends are just nuts when they start drinking beer. And they start laughing, they get loud. And I really hope they don't get us kicked out of the camping ground. The one night, we're only staying one night. And I really hope they don't get us kicked out of the camping ground. These idiots. Like, they literally act like idiots when they're drinking. They're just stupid. And I will not be drinking with them. I'll be in my tent going to sleep. I'm not staying up all night waiting for them dum-dums to get in the tent. I did that when we went camping with my aunt, which was a blast, by the way, but we went in May, and hell no, my husband was over there getting drunk with my uncle and everything. I said, no, I'm going to the tent and I'm going to bed with my husband's kids. Yes, I did not wait around for him to come in there. Oh, that was so cold. It was still cold in May. Oh, that was the first night it was cold, but the second night it was freezing. That wasn't cold. That was, wow, that was insane. That was, no, absolutely not. So, but anyways, we're only going camping one night, which is okay for me. I think I can deal with one night camping with the Dentures. I think I can deal with a week. If we'd have been going for more than one night, I think I would have been in deep shit with my Dentures. You know, that's another thing. I wonder if it's going to change the look of my face. I seen pictures of Sammy, and she has videos before she had her Dentures to after she got her Dentures, and her face did change. Her face, around her, right in this area, it looked different. Well, the denture, the top denture pushed her lip out, and just her all around face looks different. She makes videos of her without her teeth and with her teeth, and her face just looks so different. I wonder if this is going to change my face too. Does anybody know that? Does it actually change the way you look? Does it change your face? I think I'm already at 58 minutes. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here, and then later on I'll get back on and vlog some more. I have so much more to talk about, but I've already been on here 60 an hour, so I think I'm definitely gonna end the vlog here, and then I'll get back on here later and talk some more, or maybe I'll just end the vlog here and then I'll start filming again, but that vlog I'll upload later on tonight. I'll see you guys in a little bit on the next video.